Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So there's a lot of different things going on at the moment. Currently, I've woken up to just so many things going on. There's been a few changes. We're going to have a few videos today to go through everything and just get you up to date. I may go live at some point as well, just because of all of the different things that are going on. Nothing negative, don't worry about it. I just want to be there for you guys in moments like this when you need direct information. You need someone that you can call and beckon on to get you through any situations that may arise over the next 24 hours. So before we get onto this bullish news, what I'm going to do is just give you a micro update as to what I'm looking at so far this morning and what you're realistically going to be looking at throughout the course of today. So guys, let me bring it up first. We have got Station moving to V3. So now if you go to the Chrome browser based or the internet browser based Station, you're going to get this screen and it's going to give you more or less a link to a new dashboard, and we'll be going through it all in a complete video on its own. So just understand that this V3 thing, I told you about this a long time ago. They kept stalling. We've got to a point now where it's an actual thing. It's a product. I wouldn't say it's working. There's a lot of different bugs. For example, you can't see the governance votes. There's missing stuff for validators to do their validator management and stuff like this. And this was kind of a fear of mine, but no worries with any of this, guys, because if you need to look at proposals, we're working on more stuff for you. You can simply just go to LUNC at the moment. So we do have 2 active proposals. One of them not so bullish about, need to do a video on this specifically. I think you guys get my point of view of this by now, that what I want to see is actual tools that we need, right? I don't want to see this chain pushed any further than it already has been pushed without getting all of the bare necessities that we need. So realistically, it'd be nice if Genuine Labs would stop doing what LBA went through doing and doing this whole thing of just creating upgrades to break stuff to eventually propose more work to fix it. I'm not about this life, and I guess you guys are not about this life either. We'll be doing a video on it today. Let's push forward to this proposal. This has got me very bullish. Now, what I'm going to say to everybody off the bat here is, when you arrive as a validator at this blockchain, you can slap a 0% commission rate on. You get given a you get given an auto compounding module for free. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to build it. You don't have to do anything, right? And that's it. You're set. You've got your 0% commission. You've got your auto compounding module and you're set, right? You didn't do anything. You don't need to do anything. You have no incentive to do anything. This is all going to change when they reinstate this, for example, right? And this was what I raised, is that loads of people are either double noding or just simply creating networks, as people have seen, and they'll say, oh, well, you know, I'm not in charge of those ones, but I'm the person who's in. It just doesn't make sense. Ultimately, right, the active set is becoming more and more centralized. This dynamic commission module's done all it can do, and it's not helping anybody any further. Now, for me, what I want to see is validators actually have to do stuff, actually have to prove that they are more or less, right, and it's a horrible way to put it, but they're worthy of your support. Why should you support someone, right, that doesn't do anything, doesn't provide anything, and is not consistently here all the time in the highs and the lows? It's all about getting support to where it needs to go. The majority of my supporters can't support me. And if this passes, they will be able to come back now and they'll be able to support me as they originally did. But because the DCM changes people's commissions, right, they move and they chase more or less keeping that rate of what they're used to, which is just a normal 5% commission. And I always kept mine at 5%. I've never changed it, even with the DCM changing it more or less all the time now. I've still never gone lower than I could have when I could have to get more voting power to go back up. I just left it as it was, and I just feel like a minimum 5% commission equalizes the playing field, right? I don't want to see people double noding. I think this is a really good proposal. I hope it's going to pass, but I don't think it's enough. I think we need to get a proposal up for a constitution that adds the KYC to it, so it's there, everybody can see it for the future moving forward. But we should also add in no double noding and no creating networks, because it's just not enough. Now, I look at the Polygon network and they introduced a maximum reward cap, and loads of people said, well, if you would do that, you would create a Sybil attack, people would start double noding. But we're already there. People are already double noding. There's already a Sybil attack happening. People just don't see it as dangerous as it is yet, because it's not got to the point of being uber dangerous. Now, for me, I'm very happy to see this, but what my thoughts is, the DCM, right, makes a lot of money for a lot of people, and that's why so many validators started adding to their self-stake. That's why they got more involved with this blockchain, was because we created the DCM, and in essence, it just made them richer. And because they get more from the pool, so to speak, it's going to be hard to get them to remove a dynamic commission system. And believe it or not, right, a lot of these validators wanted to have this introduced into the broader cosmos on a lot of the other chains they were on. Those people obviously picked on it and knew what it would lead to. But it's just not a good situation. And I think this is going to be very hard unless, you know, they're not greedy. They're not going to be very self-centered, but that's just not the case. And I think a lot of us, we know this at the moment, especially with the double noding and all of these different things. But hopefully, if this does pass, this starts to bring us back to the normality of when we were just having minimum 5% commissions, no 0% commission rates, and everybody was getting support that was deserving of support. And honestly, right, it's going to take time for the community to realize that these top validators, for example, all of the Luna validators, right, they've got a considerable amount of self-stake, and they're just adding to that self-stake more and more and more as time goes on, and it's just making them richer. So the quicker we can understand that we're just not changing that anymore, the quicker we can understand that having this DCM is not going to get us any further than we have already gotten. So if you guys are looking for ways to keep up to date with all of the different things that are going on chain, LUNC Dash is definitely a place. We're going to be adding different things in. I want to add a voting bar in. I want to make this so pretty much it's like Station, because currently Station's going through so many updates. You're just not going to be able to rely on it for at least a month. I would say it's going to be buggy. It's going to need all sorts of different updates and things like that. But let me know what you guys think about this proposal to reinstate the 5% minimum commission. I think it's an absolute brilliant idea, but I want to know what you guys think, because they're all saying about the Sybil attacks, different stuff like that. Let me know what you think about the Sybil attack. Do you think this is a rising factor? Do you think it's okay to double node? Do you think it's okay to run a network of multiple nodes? Because if it is, right, then we should probably run a node for LUNC Dash. We should probably run a node for Penguins. We should probably run a node for the project LUNC burn, and then I should also keep my original node, and then I would also need a node for the auto compounding as well, and that would create my network of 5 nodes. And I just don't think this is the kind of thought pattern anybody wants anybody to be on, or us to get into a situation where that just becomes the normal, and it's a normal thing for people to just come in, network, consume. And let me know what you think, guys. Very important. The giveaway, I've moved it to the Patreon. Guys, if you're wondering about the February giveaway, check your email addresses, check your emails, look for my email. You might have got an email from me requesting that you send me your Terra Station wallet. Get it done. There's 3 people. None of you have claimed, so nobody has checked their emails yet. It's moved for the impending future to the Patreon. First draw is going to be on March 31st. So if you want to get involved in that, if you want alpha calls that are leading to 2000x gains, right, then the Patreon group is definitely something for you to get involved in. The trading indicator. Some people think it's snake oil. It's definitely not snake oil. Like I said, I'm going to do a video. I'll show you all of the different gains people are making in the Discord group, where we've got a little channel where they post all their different gains. It's absolutely effortless trading at this point when you combine it in with the alert system and stuff like that. Guys, if this does get reinstated, you will be able to stake with me again, and you won't be punished by the DCM system, and we will be staying at a 5% commission for the future, forever, and I'll never ever change that. Auto compounding available at hccfactory.com. Tutorials, guides, everything you need is on the playlist, folks. I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.